Showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Next on Madden Football.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offense and defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare. You're stressing about what gloves, no gloves. Do I sometimes wear gloves? The quarterback, towel. There is a lot of conversations going on with the equipment guys in the locker room. Rain games for skill players are the worst.
On the return, it's Parker Washington. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Right to the air goes Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Lawrence. That's caught left side by Ingram. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. A first down throw for Lawrence. He keeps it himself. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Etienne. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars 7, Dolphins nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Hill brought in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
3rd and 5. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He'll try to run for it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Dolphins 1st down. And in motion is Berrios. Off play action, it's Tua. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Third down coming up.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Back deep for Jacksonville. That's Devin Duvernay. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Not much there. Stopped short of the 20. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Third down, 3 to go. Lawrence going to keep this himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, Mike. And the key to stopping that on defense is you have to get them before they have a chance to get going. And that's exactly what they're able to do here. No gain, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the gun, here's Tua. taking off.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So after one, it's the Jaguars on top. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Waddle. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's ETN. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On the return, here's Washington. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
At their own 40-yard line.
2 and out on first down. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Smythe, the tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody. Of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Brings up third down.
3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Well, if that was a pickup on 1st or 2nd down, you'd be thrilled. But here on 3rd and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the 1st down, and it's going to bring up 4th.
A 34-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Dolphins are back within one. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Complete to Parker Washington.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Lawrence.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
29-yard line.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 46-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. This drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
That's the end of the first half.
So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Jaguars are out on top. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll motion the tight end Smith. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd down and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still 2nd down.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Tua now on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Tua to Tyreek for the Dolphins first.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third and long. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A 49-yard attempt.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins cut the deficit down to 1. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Play action. Tagovailoa looking for Berrios downfield. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
On the ground is H.A. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll toss it here to H.A. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
From the gun on third down, Tagovailoa. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the third quarter. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. ETN now on 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. The carry here for ETN. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Off he goes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Now a handoff, ETN, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45. They'll run. It's ETN. It'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. This one complete to Washington. A pickup of 14 on that walk. First down, Jacksonville.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On the ground, here's Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A shotgun snap for Tua. Now he'll run it. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Hill brought in motion. There he goes again. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Yeah!
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd down. In motion, it's Waddle. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And that's really where you see the highs and lows of this game, Mike. I mean, on one sideline, celebration, hands in the air. The other, disappointment. That's a tough one to stomach. I mean, you've got a chance here to take the lead late, and you can't convert.
The Jags offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's ETN. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way.